Hi everyone, this is Killshot from 999 Gaming. I want to do a video for The Walking Dead Road to Survival, and this is called More Epic Characters. So there's a recent update with the game you probably noticed, and this is going to allow you to modify your lineup to make it a little bit stronger, a little bit faster. So I'm going to start with the inbox and one of the announcements. So you can see there's an Alexandria event going on. First Epic Dwight is available, so you have a chance to get some of these. It shows you a little bit of his stats, and I'm going to talk about that in a little bit and what that means to you. But I guess we'll tie that into the dog tags and how they've increased. I guess the game makers finally figured out that it doesn't do you a whole lot of good to have five-star characters or four-star characters or whatever if you don't have enough dog tags to get them in. So it appears that just people, I know I stopped going after the characters because it would take me forever to level them. The other thing I want to talk about too is this screen and how this screen has changed. You can see the max level items up there is extremely confusing as well too, and I've seen several comments for some of the events and some of the characters that people haven't bought them in a while that were assuming they were getting max level characters, and that's not the case. So I'm going to talk about that at length in a little bit, and I'm going to do a 35 pack opening so you can see 35 brand new characters has come out. Stay tuned for this. It'll be the next video that I do, and I'll let you kind of judge what do you think the results were. So up at the top corner you can see 104 potential dog tags now, whereas before I had 50, and this team actually was a 50 out of 50, so it's a pretty good team for what I had. I was working on leveling it, but you can see if I take some of my real star 4-star characters and put Rick in there, that team value goes up to a 68, so it's definitely a lot stronger. Going to have to work out the chemistry and how they all work together and what the best mix is, but I've had some really good alert teams, so I might be able to tie some 4-star teams in there. You can see if you click on that, it just tells you a little bit about the overall team cost. One of the things that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever, though, is you can look down at the bottom, is character slots used 82 out of 50. So as I said, I just did a 35 pack opening. So I had 50 characters, 47 characters, whatever the case, and now I've got 82 out of 50. So temporarily when you do packs, you get those characters. The problem with this is, and the game makers need to address this because you're going to need to level up a lot in order to get more character slots, is it doesn't make any sense to buy cards if they're going to fill up your character slots, and then you can't get these lower characters to do your adrenaline rush. So basically, if I don't get rid of half of these 3-star characters that I have now, I'm never going to be able to make another character to do an adrenaline rush with anyone. So this is not very well thought out. It's very, very impractical. This character slot thing, there should not be a cap on character slots. This is absolutely ludicrous. You're capping the development, or you're capping people from having a bigger collection. So I can only have, if there's 100 cards that I want, I can only have 50 of those cards. I don't know, it just seems like you're limited in your buyers or limited in your potential. So, and here's an example of this. I've got some characters made up, and you can see insufficient capacity. So I'm basically going to have to burn about 40 characters, 35 characters in order to get back where I can do a reasonable adrenaline rush. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know your comments. Hopefully the game makers really get on board with this and roll your ideas to them via Twitter, wherever, and get this corrected ASAP. Thanks for watching.